Hi, I am Nikki Cameron, a holistic trauma recovery therapist and founder of Emergent Counseling and Consulting. And I am here because I would like to share with you my personal experience that I will be having doing my own treatment with EMDR therapy. So, approximately 2 years ago, my grandmother, who was near and dear to my heart, passed away. However, the experience was very traumatic for me. As she died, I was her caregiver and experienced her dying from cancer. And the entire ordeal was just so painful because of the way it happened. There was some trauma surrounding the experience, the treatment she received from medical providers, as well as just the entire transition toward death. And so I found that although I have done a lot of work taking care of myself and healing various aspects of the experience, I feel stuck in an area. And my stuckness feels like a gut punch. It feels like anxiety at times. And I noticed that I have been avoiding certain responsibilities relating to her estate because whenever I try to do things like go through her mail or have certain conversations that are needed to resolve the status of her estate, I start to feel emotionally overwhelmed. I start to feel fatigue, and my system starts to go into shutdown. And although I know what to do to take care of myself, um, I believe that I deserve additional support. I'm always in therapy regardless. I see a somatic therapist, a somatic experiencing therapist, but this aspect of her passing and how my body experienced it with me needs some additional assistance with EMDR because I know there are some irrational or distorted beliefs I am holding that's impacting me and my ability to resolve some estate responsibilities I have on my grandmother's behalf. So I have started to work with a new therapist who specializes in EMDR therapy. Can I do it on myself? Absolutely. But why would I want to do that when I deserve to have support to help me go through it? Plus, I believe in practicing what I preach. So with EMDR, there are different phases to the treatment. And so we've started our journey, and now we are in the process of history taking, where he is basically evaluating my motivation to heal, my motivation to do the work, to process this painful experience. He is collecting information to see what resources I have available to me to help me go through the process and how severe this experience was for me in terms of how traumatizing it was for me. So, luckily for me, we have started having conversations around the history of my relationship with my grandmother, the history of the experience of going through her cancer treatment with her, the strengths I have, my personal strengths, one of them being that I am resourceful. I happen to be a therapist. I know self soothing techniques in addition to external supports that I have, like family members or friends I can rely on to support me through this healing journey. So the next step we will move on to is the preparation stage. And because I am, and he said I am pretty well resourced, meaning I have a lot of self-care tools and strategies I use to care for myself, it shouldn't take us very long in this history phase, but I want to share my experience of EMDR with you as a practitioner so that hopefully, if you're someone who's looking for treatment for yourself to address any painful experiences you've had, hopefully my sharing will encourage you and inspire you enough to get yourself the support and the help that you deserve so you don't have to feel stuck. I'm ready to let go of whatever it is that my body is holding on to. I'm curious to see how things unfold and emerge in the sessions. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little anxious. I'm not afraid of my emotions. I'm not afraid of what I feel. But because I noticed that I'm intentionally avoiding responsibilities, and it's even triggered my IBS a few times, and that hasn't impacted me in a long time, I know I need additional support to help me to get through this. I've done a lot of the work on myself, but I feel that I now need additional support. So I will be coming back on to share my experience with you. In my previous video, I shared with you information around EMDR therapy and what it entails. And so now we are exploring my history, and I'm looking forward to the next step, which we will talk about preparation. And then the next phase where we will assess distorted beliefs I have and images associated with it. So as I go through this journey, I will share it with you. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie, even now, as I am sharing, I do feel some degree of anxiety around it because I don't know what's about to unfold. I know I can take care of myself. I know I have support. It doesn't mean that just because I am a therapist and I have resources and I know how to care for myself, that I too don't have moments of distress. I am human. I am human first and a professional second, and I'm okay with feeling what I feel. So I'm just making space for myself to get the support I need to get through this. So I encourage you, do your own research on EMDR therapy. If you have trauma or traumatic experiences that you need support to work through, find your own therapist. Or you can reach out to our office if you're in the Florida area, and one of our team members who specializes in EMDR therapy can support you. But until I come back on to share my personal experience in phase 2, which is preparation, I bid you be kind to yourself because you deserve it. Take care.